Hi. I'd like to take a minute to talk about what ego is and what ego isn't. We have a misconception that ego is thinking that you're better than someone else and being extremely butthurt if anybody goes against your narrative. That's not the only thing ego is. Ego is defined by a belief system that you have created to identify yourself, to create your identity. And it's compiled by a whole set of belief systems and conditioning that you have obtained from a small child until the person that you are today. Learning all the things that you were taught that you should be ashamed of, to be afraid of, and to be upset about. Can also be things that you've learned to love, things that you identify yourself. Anything that sets you apart from other people can also be identified as ego. So sometimes we see ego come up when someone is discussing a subject that you don't agree with, and your ego is right there to defend. Ego is put in place in your psyche to defend yourself against things that hurt you, or things that scare you, or things that anger you. So your first defenses come up. That's how you know ego's there. Ego is always going to point the finger and say, you are wrong and I'm right. What I've got going over here, this is the right way to do it. What you're doing is the wrong thing. It's wrong. And what we've got going on here is right. And you don't need to dispute what we're doing because you're wrong. We've got the right way. What we're doing over here is the truth, and what you're doing over there is a lie. So, when you are coming up against ego, you need to decide, when you feel ego welling up in yourself, you say, is this true? Is this upsetting me because some part of what they're saying actually resonates with me? Is actually a reflection of a truth that resides inside of me? Are they touching on something because there's a little bit of truth in that? I need to examine that. In fact, I'm not even going to say anything until I examine that for myself. Or you can say, well, this doesn't resonate with me at all. In fact, I don't feel anything about what they're saying as being the truth, so there's no need to defend it. You're just going to have to rave on, cat shit. Or you can say, is this a reminder of something that happened to me way back then that I haven't dealt with? Is that why I need to defend this? Or is something that they're doing something that I'm denying myself? They went out and bought themselves dinner. I never do that. What gives them the right to go do something for themselves and buy themselves dinner? I don't do that for me. I can't justify doing that for myself. So they must be wrong for doing that. The gall, the audacity of them to think about themselves when I don't think about myself. So, there's a little starter about what ego is and what ego isn't. It can also work in ways where you don't see your power or your strengths or your gifts. You don't give yourself enough credit for things. You don't see your value or your worth. And so when your value or your worth is brought to the surface, you get defensive, or no. Why would you even say that? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not. Oh, I don't look pretty. Oh, just this. So you got to be aware of that too. Not wanting to bring attention to yourself for some reason. Not want to be noticed. Maybe something happened to you that being noticed was always a negative thing. So, with that being said, now we know what ego is and what ego isn't. Follow me for more tips. Hit that subscribe button, like, share. Have a good day.